Alright, y'all know Diddy, one of Diddy's arch enemies is 50 Cent, man. And they say 50 Cent leaked old footage of like Diddy and J.Lo when she was a minor, right? At Diddy's Freak-Offs. And also saw some pictures with Diddy, Aaliyah, J.Lo all in the bed. Like, it was some weird, like why are they all laying in the bed? It's one this. Okay, let me take a picture, y'all. And you know Aaliyah was young as hell, like. But we're gonna get straight into it. If y'all new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man. We're doing this for y'all, man. And only thing I ask for you guys is just to like, subscribe, share it. You know what I'm saying? Comment if you can. And yeah, let's do it, man.
Jennifer Lopez into Diddy's case, accusing her of allegedly having freak-offs with minors at Diddy's parties, and he brought some solid proof to back up his words. You all know that 50 Cent does not play when it comes to taking Diddy down. But this time he is also coming for Diddy's associates, including J.Lo. For a long time we thought that J.Lo's only involvement with Diddy was that 1995 shooting that set up Shine to take the fall. But it looks like she may have continued to take part in Diddy's shenanigans long after they broke up. And get this, 50 Cent is also claiming that Ben Affleck knew about it. This is why he chose to leave J.Lo before everything came crashing down. But what exactly did Ben know about J.Lo's activities? And was Diddy really blackmailing J.Lo with the footage of her and the young boys? Well, let 50 Cent tell it, he has all the answers. And y'all won't believe the things he has to say. If there's one person that we all know has had a history with...
Damn, you know what's crazy? You know what I'm thinking about now? You know how they say like Diddy has footage on everybody and, you know, he can incriminate them if they don't, you know, comply with whatever he wants to do or shit like that. Imagine all of J.Lo's marriages, because he said that Diddy is very controlling. He's very like a narcissistic, controlling freak, right? And once you have somebody, like, he doesn't want to let them go, even when they left him. So imagine if, because we know J.Lo always been moving around from guy to guy, right? Married to one guy 1 month, the next 2 months married to another guy. So imagine if Diddy really was sabotaging her marriages. You know, that would be some shit, right? Like this thing about it now, that, and I wouldn't be surprised if Diddy actually did that. You know what I'm saying? But we'll never know.
Diddy, it's J.Lo. She and Diddy dated in the late 90s, and there have been many speculations about how she was Diddy's right-hand woman and knew more than she was letting on. It was kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde situation. She was definitely the Bonnie to his Clyde, if you know what I mean. But for some reason...
That's some Ghost and Angela shit, like from Power, you feel me?
The true nature of the extent of her relationship with Diddy has always been kept securely under wraps. Sure, we knew that she and Diddy dated, but the streets have always talked about how there was more to the story than we knew, and how she's always had something to hide, especially with that 1999 shooting. So picture this, Diddy and J.Lo were out at a club in Times Square, celebrating the soon-to-drop album of Shine, Diddy's 21-year-old protege, who was still pretty new to the game, just like J.Lo at the time. But when they were leaving the club, Diddy, with a champagne bottle in his hand, accidentally bumped into a guy named Matthew Allen, better known as Scar, in the streets. Scar wasn't having it and pushed Diddy, and things popped off from there. Scar didn't take too kindly to this accidental bump and pushed Diddy, and things started popping off from there. Then one of Scar's crew members decides to throw a stack of money in Diddy's face like confetti. Next thing you know, Diddy pulls out his shots are fired. The chaos left 3 people, including Natanya Rubin, who was reportedly in the face by Diddy. Meanwhile, Diddy and J.Lo didn't stick around. As soon as the shots rang out, they dipped, hopping into a Lincoln Navigator with the gun stashed in the trunk. Now here's the kicker. They weren't even caught for the shooting at first. They got pulled over because they ran a red light while trying to make a getaway. Talk about sloppy. At the station, Diddy and J.Lo got their mug shots taken, and J.Lo...
Bruh, I never even heard this part of the story before. Like, this is totally new to me. This is crazy. Comment below if you guys knew about this.
Was reportedly a whole mess, crying all over the place. She was handcuffed to a pole at one point, and her mom showed up, yelling at her in Spanish like, "I told you to stay away from that man." Y'all, even her mama knew that Diddy was bad news and that he would take J.Lo down with him and be a negative influence on her. And y'all, she was definitely right about it. And get this, J.Lo allowed Diddy and his lawyers to use her name to get him out of his gun charges from the incident. According to reports, one of the lawyers said, I don't know if you know this, Judge, but this person, Jennifer Lopez, is a very famous actress. To think Mr. Combs is walking around with her with a loaded... It's so ridiculous that it stretches the imagination. But for whatever reason, that defense worked, and Diddy got acquitted of all the charges. And as it turned out, J.Lo's part in the shooting went deeper than her letting him use her name to get off the charges. Because in Lil Rod's lawsuit, he claimed that Diddy told him that J.Lo was the one who carried the gun in the club in the first place, and that she was the one who gave him the when he got into the altercation with Scar and told him to start... Yo, what? Lil Rod's lawsuit said he shared the artist and Mr. Combs' girlfriend at the time, Jennifer Lopez, aka J.Lo, carried into the club for him and passed him the after he got into an altercation with another individual. Yeah, looks like J.Lo was in deep Bonnie hood with Diddy, because she also admitted in an interview that even though Diddy cheated on her while they were together, she was still crazy about him and would do anything for him. She said, "It was the first time I was with someone who wasn't faithful. I was in the relationship with Puff where I was totally crying, crazy, and going nuts. I really took my whole life in a tailspin." Well, according to 50 Cent, J.Lo was crazy enough to do anything Diddy wanted, including allegedly taking part in these freak-offs. Even after they broke up, she allegedly continued to get involved with him on the low. And 50 Cent claims that even when J.Lo was married to other men, she was allegedly still involved with Diddy. And when he started to get involved in freak-offs, J.Lo was allegedly right beside him. According to the indictment documents that were released by the feds, the defendant engaged in a persistent and pervasive pattern of toward women and other individuals. This was at times verbal, emotional, physical, and as part of his pattern of Combs manipulated women.
Diddy's gonna take down everybody. Diddy's gonna take down the garbage men that be in his house. He gonna take down the landscape people who be doing his grass. He gonna take down the plumber. He gonna take down the electrician who be fixing his crib. Yo, he gonna take down the animals who be flying across his crib. Whatever it is, the squirrels, bro. He gonna take down everybody in his, whatever you guys want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Shit is crazy.
To participate in highly orchestrated performances of activity with male commercial workers. At times, Combs and others acting at his direction made arrangements for women and commercial workers to fly to Combs' location. Combs ensured participation from the women by, among other things, obtaining and distributing them, controlling their careers, leveraging his financial support, and to cut off the same and using intimidation and violence. It also said the defendant used the Combs business, including certain employees, to carry out, facilitate, and cover up his and commercials. Those employees, including security staff, household staff, personal assistants, and high-ranking supervisors and other close associates, acted as Combs' intermediaries, and their conduct was facilitated and assisted by Combs' control of the Combs business. The feds also revealed that they had been monitoring Diddy's so-called freak-off parties for years, and that multiple artists have been involved in the freak-offs. The document said Combs and other...
Bro, it's funny how they show Kevin Hart, right? Kevin Hart was probably involved in one of these freak-offs, bro. For a fact. Before he probably got married, and I know for a fact he definitely had these involved in these freak-offs.
The members and the associates of the Combs enterprise wielded the power and the prestige of Combs' role at the Combs business to intimidate and lure female into Combs' orbit, often under the pretense of a romantic relationship. Combs then used force and coercion to engage in extended acts with male commercial workers that Combs referred to as, among other things, freak-offs. It continued. Freak-offs occurred regularly, sometimes lasted multiple days, and often involved multiple commercial workers. During freak-offs, Combs distributed a variety of controlled substances in part to keep the obedient and compliant. Sometimes unbeknownst to the Combs kept videos he filmed of engaging in acts with commercial workers. After freak-offs, Combs and the typically received IV fluids to recover from the physical exertion and abuse. Well, 50 Cent is now claiming that J.Lo was allegedly at the Freak-Offs and was an active part at these parties. Not just that, but 50 Cent is now claiming that J.Lo's Freak-Off partners were not always of legal age, if you know what I mean. And according to an insider, not only does 50 Cent know all about this, but he volunteered that information to the cops and handed over video footage of J.Lo in the Freak-Offs with young boys. Y'all, one thing about 50...
Nah. Yo, 50 is a menace, bro. 50 is a menace. Yo, 50 wants everybody associated with him to go down, bro. You know what it is? I feel like 50 has his own agenda as well. I feel like 50 want to be like the top dog of all top dogs. Like you know how people always say like, hey, I want to be like Diddy, I want to be like Jay. You know what I'm saying? This and that, this and that. No one really mentions like I want to be like 50. You feel me? That I know of. And I feel like if 50 takes all these guys out, bro, he'll be the only one standing. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
He is always going to hate on Diddy until the end of time. And this time is no different. He might have missed his calling as a CIA agent. Because he is going further than just trolling Diddy on social media. Because him handing the footage to feds is going to get Diddy and J.Lo in even more trouble. Y'all, the documentary of his is going to be wild when he finally releases it. Because this man has got a whole lot of tea that he's been saying he's not afraid to spill. According to an insider, 50 Cent is reportedly giving wires to the Hollywood friends that the FBI have caught tapes of Jennifer Lopez having intercourse with underage girls and boys at the P. Diddy Freak-Off parties, and J.Lo was caught in several naughty tapes that were seized by the FBI in the P. Diddy houses raids. That's the reason Ben Affleck and Lopez are getting divorced, as the FBI informed Affleck of the videos and future indictments coming. Well, that kind of explains the rumors of how J.Lo and Ben were reportedly spotted holding hands and kissing, even though they filed for divorce. So it's starting to look like the divorce was a ruse for Ben to avoid being personally swept up in this. And y'all remember how the reports about how people in the know are flipping on Diddy and trying to get plea deals, right? Well, it looks like J.Lo might be one of those people, because Miss Jenny from the block is not about to go down with Diddy.
My understanding is that there was a lot of individuals that were involved, and I think by looking at the indictment and seeing that only Sean Combs is the only defendant currently, who knows if that increases and it gets superseded with a different indictment. But currently there's only one defendant. My guess is that all of those individuals that could have been co-defendants or could have been co-conspirators or could have been involved in a RICO case have flipped on Sean Combs.
Facts.
And they're getting some sort of immunity.
Well, fans have been all over it, of course, and they believe a comment saying J.Lo dated Diddy as she knew Kim Porter was still in a relationship.
Yo, everybody's gonna flip on Diddy. Everybody's gonna flip on him. There's no way they're gonna be like supporting him or try to protect. There is no way. Diddy is going down. Everybody's gonna snitch. Nobody wants to do no time for Diddy because the feds want Diddy. They don't want no other art. Like, they want to take Diddy down, bro. And all these that's why all these artists are so quiet, because he probably snitched on them. He don't even know. But hey, man, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If y'all new, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. This shit is about to shake up the whole world, man. You're gonna see a lot of skeletons coming out, a lot of cockroaches, a lot of roaches. It's just like when you lift up like one of those big ass stones and rocks, and you see all of them little insects come out. This is exactly what is happening now. But like I said, man, if y'all new, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It's your boy Breeze, and we gone. Peace.